Hello and welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Panzer Corps 2. So we've got to decide what we want here for across the Mississippi. I think we did take a quick glance at the end of the last episode at the new stuff, which I think was basically nothing. We got Yag Tiger that's new, although we're probably not going to use Yag Tiger. The big problem I have with the anti-tanks, especially the self-propelled anti-tanks, is that they have no soft attack. And a lot of what you fight in this game is soft. Yeah, you'd be wanting that anti-tank when you're fighting things that have armor, but that just means use the more expensive armored vehicles usually. We do have a decent AA, although I'm probably not going to move away from the 88. We got the Sturm Tiger as an option, which actually isn't too bad of an option. We might, if we've got extra space, we might grab some Sturm Tigers. I don't think any new fighters. Oh, actually, no, we got a new fighter. We got this, the one-wing jet fighter here. We might actually field some of those. I won't field them as upgrades, though, because we've got no repairs on them, so when they get shot down, they get shot down. In fact, I'll probably just field the one. We got prototype of the jet fighter, or jet fighter bomber. And then we have this fighter bomber here as well. And then we have the big 4-engine prototypes from last time that we could field. Okay, so now we gotta decide what we want to take. So I think we do have the Mississippi on across. Of course, crossing the Mississippi, you gotta face the Mississippi. So we're probably gonna want. Let's get this guy a half track. Probably gonna want a couple of Brooklyn Pioneer for crossing the Mississippi. So we're probably gonna want, like, say, 4 of those for crossing the Mississippi. Infantry-wise, we probably want, like, say, 4 up north, 4 down south. Could take Fallschirmjäger. In fact, we could have some Fallschirmjäger for initial landings. If we wanted to do that. That might be interesting for trying to do something like landing north of Chicago. Do a sweep out and catch Chicago. We'll plan on doing something like that. Well, there. So we got 444. Oh, those are mountain infantry. I think we're going to bench the mountain infantry, unless we're going to specifically fight in the hills in the middle here, which I don't think we need to. The mountain infantry is not super valuable, so we'll bench you for. We'll probably pull them out again for the west coast. Do I have any veteran there with upgrading? Not really. Okay, I got 3 batches of Fallschirmjäger. Let's take the Fallschirmjäger. And we'll take 2 units of their infantry. And I think that'll be our infantry loadout. Tank-wise, we could upgrade the tanks. That would make some sense. We're going to repair the armored car, and we probably either... Well, if we take one of the older ones, we'll want to upgrade them. So as you have no experience, no. So you're worth upgrading. And we definitely want one down south. The question is, do you want to upgrade the tanks? Bench these AT for the moment. We'll keep the 2 Stugs. What do we got actually for tanks? So I can upgrade the Panthers either to the Panzer IV-J, the Tiger II, Panther G. Not much point in upgrading at this point to the Tiger. We're probably better off going, say, Tiger II Yeah, Tiger 2 has an argument there for just raw anti-tank damage and the much higher armor for the open terrain fighting we're facing right now. I probably will keep the one Tiger we have. Just look at the two Panthers. That's our 3 upgrades. Do we have one of our heroes benched from before? So we got 7 heroes here. We got counter battery fire, camouflage, combat luck, distraction, no retaliation, fierce fighter, double support. So no, all the 0 slots are in fact assigned to someone. First strike on both of you. Yeah, we got a first strike heroes on the planes. We might bench some of the planes. I'm not sure we need quite this many planes for the offense here. Let's think about doing 4. Go with another artillery, maybe? Pick up the 15, which has got the AT support, artillery support, and then attach the counter battery guy to him. Because we are probably at the point where we could go Hummel, which is the same, much more mobile. Yeah, let's do that. Take a Hummel. Attach counter battery to you. You're going to get the combat luck. And we're actually down a plane. Down one of the strategic bombers. You know, we'll take the prototype. It's a nice big one. Okay, so that brings us up to our core slots. So I think that's what we're going to roll with. So let's start getting deployed. Got more bridges up north. Down south, I've only got the 2. So we'll put the better recon down south, we'll put the lower quality one up north. We are gonna want to have our paratroopers deployed in planes. That's not a plane. It's because you're a pioneer. Game. Sometimes got weird choices in when it wants to deploy. I want to deploy... I think I only need the 2 in theory for Chicago. Although we could always take off again at the airfield and try to do deploy behind New Orleans or something. Okay, let's just do all of North. Okay, so there's our 4 Fallschirmjäger. It looks like most of the planes are going to be down south. We'll give the better fighters up top to protect the Fallschirmjäger and the fighter bomber, and then the other 6 will be down south. Oops. I meant to deploy the Tiger tank there. There we go. Probably roll the AT as backup to them. jumping to random guys. So assuming it would be like, oh yeah, just the next Brooklyn Pioneer. Nope, goes to random Pioneer instead. We're going to put one quality one down south, one quality one up north as far as the Pioneers go. Same with the Wehrmacht. Their troops. And we got the 6 guns here. I think we're going to be moving more up north. So let's put the self-propelled Hummel. 15 centimeter. One of the 0 slot ones up there and put the rest down south. So, 11 minutes in, we got our army deployed. Let's... did I forget to assign any heroes? That's actually a good question. Yes, I got a bunch of heroes to assign. We got a distraction, a camouflage, a double support. You only got 3 shots, which, because we have chaotic fire, means you're going to blow through your ammo like no tomorrow. Let's put the double support actually on the Stug up here. Red support fire twice. We'll put distraction on you. I suppose we'll put Fierce Fighter on you. No retaliation. We probably want on an infantry unit. Probably actually want on one of the Pioneers. Yeah, I'm going to put it on one of the higher veterancy Wehrmacht. Retaliation. And camouflage. Camouflage might have been interesting earlier in the run. At this point, it's a bit questionable. We'll actually stick in the artillery. There we go. And that ends deployment. Okay, so we can already see that there is some infantry resistance at Birmingham, and an M3 Lee between us and New Orleans. Like so, we've got that Lee surrounded. You could shoot if you scooted. Let's take that shot. Take that shot. It doesn't actually look like there's any Americans on the airfield. So we can scoot in there, grab the airfield. Okay, so we can see roughly what's up in Nashville. It looks like we're about to receive probably an armored counterattack. So, actually, arguably, maybe a question here. Can I take Birmingham this turn? Okay, they're pretty suppressed. Split you up. I could use you for the finishing blow. That's probably what we're going to use you for. With a little bit of blowback, but that should get the unit to surrender, yeah. Scoot and shoot the lead, but I think we're just going to be better off going there. Let's push you here. Zone of control here will thus protect the artillery a little bit. And then let's have this Dornier come in and bomb the lead to suppress it. And yeah, I think we're mostly suppressing the incoming tanks. Taking Birmingham, we'll swing north for Nashville on the next turn. Let's get these guys deployed over here in preparations for their paradrop. Let's strafe up the Greyhound. Take that town. Okay, we're definitely going to have to scoot to shoot, so I don't think we're necessarily going to take the Greyhound this turn. Okay. Parking you in the force is not actually a bad plan. Park you there. Yeah, we don't know what the American Air Force is yet. I'm gonna send one of these guys to check out this airfield. Okay, we found an American aircraft. Let's do what we can to mitigate it before it becomes a problem. Okay, not enough to shoot it down, but enough to pretty much render it not combat capable. Okay. There we go. We got you encircled. In fact, I can... Apparently, I could just delete you. Okay. Tiger's showing off how destructive they are. Tiger's showing off how destructive they are. Okay. Well, we've taken 2 American towns. Birmingham and Indianapolis have fallen, and it's now the Americans' turn. Here comes the American Air Force. That is why I deployed that Ver there, so they'd attack the infantry and not the artillery. Oh, we lost a Broken Pioneer, although it was just a Broken Pioneer, so that's not too bad. Let's go pull a different one out of reserve. Here, you get a half-track, and you get to join the fight. Okay, of course the most damaged planes need to be repaired. Didn't get mauled as badly as I was worried about. Although, didn't get off scot-free either. Okay, so if we can cut off this bridge in the south of Chicago, everything in here will be pocketed. Although, we'll see how long the Fallschirmjäger can actually hold out in that pocket. Okay. Can I hit you with something first? Because we're estimating 7 damage. It's got 8. So if we can do... Well, I suppose we can do it with the artillery. That makes sense. She's down to 7. Okay, we'll just take this one anyway. Yeah. Successful shot there. On that airfield. P-51 and P-61. I'm going to assume the P-61 is a slightly more dangerous aircraft. I may be wrong on that. Okay. Or that actually would be enough. Let's split the AT gun here. We'll have the AT gun finish that one off. Position you there. Can I suppress you a bit more? Probably. Take one of the Dorniers over. Ah, no, because we got the P-51 overhead. Okay, we still stand a decent chance of getting you suppressed. Have the tank get rid of you. There we go. Hit you with bombs, hit you with bombs. We'll have you take up the position in the town so we don't just have the town fall back to us. Or fall back to the enemy. Okay, that encircles Nashville. We'll go and hit that with bombs. We'll set you up behind our front line there, where you should be safe. We do run the risk of getting some return fire coming off of the M4 and the M4A. You'll only have one unsuppressed point. You'll have 3. We'll probably mostly be fine. The units might not appreciate the fire, but they should mostly be fine. More worried about counterattack than I am about more fire. Those guys. Meantime, scoot you there. Scoot you there to encircle you. I don't think we're in a position necessarily to get you to surrender. There we go. And you're still functional, so I can keep doing the encirclement. There we go. That's a great encirclement. Bit of shame I have exactly one fighter. It probably has to get used on, for safety reasons, it needs to get used on the fighter. Shoot the fighter. Probably should have done the other way around. Probably should have hit the fighter first, and then rolled up and shot it, but apparently I'm not the best at order of operations. Okay, that's an option. We'll just clear Chicago this turn. Maybe not. No. Because of the AA in the back. Ah, that's how we do that. Roll you over there. That turns the support fire off. That should make you surrender. Yep. You can roll in, get rid of the artillery. Now I'm more worried about the AA or the Sherman. A little both, actually. I think the best way to deal with the Sherman is we can suppress it, because it's encircled. So yeah, you should be inoperable because of suppression. Okay. Clear out this MG, or clear out this AA. Like so. we'll leave you to deal with the Sherman. You're actually not dead. I'm not too worried about you causing damage. So we'll do a maneuver like that. We do have the Tiger not in AA coverage. A couple of infantry not in AA coverage. They're probably going to hit the Tigers, is what I'm going to guess. Okay, I think that is the second turn. I'm worried about you actually damaging stuff. No, I'm more worried about the retaliation potentially coming in for counterattack, so let's just cycle the turn. Give the allies their turn. Okay, we lost that Fallschirmjäger, that's fine. That's part of the reason we brought up 4 of them, is so that we could do a quadruple drop, in case we lost some of them in the drop, which we basically did. That's basically what happened. Took too much damage dropping it, so it didn't survive very long. Close defense is harsh. Okay, took the airfield, which is fine. We weren't using it. So if I wanted to kill, I probably targeted the wrong... Probably should have hit the fighter. B-38G. Let's roll you over there. We'll roll up the AT to do the surrender shot. Fantastic. Do the same over there. Roll you up, do the surrender shot. Okay, so I'm trying to get Nashville to surrender. I just need to get surrounded. What it's surrounded with and how it's surrounded is not necessarily super important. Of course, the other way is I can just delete the garrison. Let's just delete the garrison. Goodbye, garrison. Got a lot of strategic bombers that I don't necessarily got a good use for this turn. Don't necessarily want to fly them over New Orleans because they're going to get shot up by the fighter short range. Here we go. I did know it was going to make the AA retreat because we only had half a shot left and not a full shot. But in a way, that was definitely better than nothing. Now, apparently we're getting told to Varric to take these guys out. Go ahead and do it then. Thank you. Varric, will you actually do it this time? Thank you. We got you in half track. Don't get a nice supply hex to... Well, we don't want to go back to the supply hex to get you upgraded to the proper truck. The proper half track. It can move, it had move. So we got a fighter plane that should probably heal. And a fighter plane we can take a swing at, so we'll take it. And we got the fighter bomber. I suppose I could actually use the fighter bomber to do a kill confirm. Let's do that. Bring the P-61 down, please. Thank you. Okay, Chicago, Nashville, Birmingham. 3 of 12 objectives fallen within 3 turns. In many ways, we're still good to go. Cost of 1 Fallschirmjäger, which is definitely replaceable. In fact, it's so replaceable, I'm just going to go ahead and replace it. 1 Fallschirmjäger. No half-track. Purchased. Deployed to the airfield. So we can immediately put it in the plane and maybe do a landing behind St. Louis. I think that's the direction we're going. Is we're going to keep pushing that direction. These guys are going to sort of prepare for the attack on New Orleans. I can use one of the Dorniers to check the garrison state at that crossing. Doesn't appear to be any resistance. 1 M5 blocking the crossing. For going around behind New Orleans, so I think we won't take a frontal attack on New Orleans. Oh, well, we'll deploy some troops to the front of New Orleans. I think we'll go over the... Well, we probably don't need the bridge. We'll probably just use the Broken Pioneer and cross around here. Yeah, there's the Broken Pioneer we got there. It's gonna take 2 turns to probably get there, but I think we're golden. It's gonna rain, which means the planes aren't going to be super useful. Maybe even an argument for just taking swings at the planes. At least reconnaissance swings. Okay, so we're not going to bomb there, because we're going to get shot up by the AA. But that does tell us that there is resistance in St. Louis, which I suppose was predictable. Let's check out behind New Orleans. And yeah, it looks like the majority of the resistance actually for New Orleans is behind New Orleans. We got a 155mm long tom, 3-inch M5, 75mm 3-inch. Guessing 3 inches is the length of the ammo, not the length of the... or not the width of the caliber. because 76 millimeter is usually caliber length, so it's 76x3. Guessing. And then infantry. So yeah, New Orleans, most of the forces defending it is actually probably behind the city. So we'll probably bottle up the armored vehicles. Infantry? Actually, probably the, well, we gotta wait for the high quality stuff. Probably do a crossing around and behind, and then the stuff coming back from Nashville will smash the New Orleans from the front. And then we got basically Texas on the far side. Okay, let's cycle the turn, let's see what the Allies do, and then we'll take our part break. And then probably finish the rest of this map in the second part. As long as they don't shoot my planes down, the planes are fine, because we can heal them on the next turn. As long as they don't do that. We'd prefer they don't do that. Well, that's what I get for using my strategic bombers as scouts, apparently. Okay, we'll be picking up next time on Across the Mississippi. Things are going well. We got 3 cities, and other than a few aircraft losses, we haven't actually been taking that many losses. Last turn, the aircraft losses were the biggie. Fallschirmjäger was kind of expected, and we lost. Technically, I think that's one full Brooklyn Pioneer. I think that's the halves, both halves of the Brooklyn Pioneer. But otherwise, I think the run is going well. So if you're watching on YouTube, there will be a part up tomorrow. We'll have the other half. I think the other half probably of Crossing the Mississippi. If you're watching on Twitch, feel free to hang around. I'm going to take a short break to get up, stretch the legs, sip some tea, and then we'll be back to finish up the map. So until then, wish you all the best of luck, good time, and bye for now.